Hey, y'all.
Yeah, I'm getting her done, man. It's a beautiful day outside. And I've going through all my boxes of stuff, man. I guess I'll show you a little sneak peek, man. I'm embarrassed to even say it, but look, if you look behind me, I actually got those curtains that gotta come down. And the reason why we just threw them curtains up there like that is because there was boxes over the top of the curtains. All these boxes. I'm getting it cleaned up, man. Remember hammer time? Remember all them damn mice that were in my stuff? Well, these are the boxes that they were in, man, and they really pooped it up good, man. I'm telling you, I'm glad I got rid of them. And I don't have roaches either, man. This is the first place I ever moved in that didn't have roaches. I hadn't had to spray for them. You want to come out, Toothless? Oh, Toothless. Oh, Toothless. And I got stuff at the bottom of that's in a trash pile I got to get raked up. But I've been going through all my things and I've been realizing something. I got a fetish for glasses. I mean, I just like to get the most corniest looking glasses that I can find to wear. That's always been me. And my wife's always laughed at me. And I like to make my wife laugh. Sometimes she won't let me wear some of them out in public like these. She says, please don't. I said, baby, I love them. It makes people stare at me. I love people to stare at me and give me them looks, man. I don't know what to say. That's just part of me. I've always enjoyed doing that. And my kids, that's another thing, man. They're like, Dad, I don't want to be on your channel. I mean, and my daughter was like, you know, I'm trying to get her to come on the channel, and she's like, well, I guess I can share with you the little issue, I think, of why my kids are so scared to get on YouTube is because when they were little babies, my son must have been like 7 years old, and my daughter was like 13 years old. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're 5 years apart. 13, 7 and 13. And she was very mature in the video. She did not cuss, and she wasn't dirty at all. But she was trying to explain to everybody out there by using my motorcycle helmet and talking to my son about protection. You know, having to wear protection, you know, to protect yourself if you're ever going to have, you know, well, I guess I could say it, sex. If you're going to do that, you need to wear protection. And she was trying to explain to her little brother what it was important, and the things that he said was so funny because he thought it was something that you were supposed to tinkle in. And you know, and that's what he said, it's something you tinkle in. So that got a laugh out of everybody, and the video went completely viral on her. It got like 300,000 hits on that video, you know. And this before I even had a chance to even think about YouTube. I was too busy working as a father. I didn't have time for YouTube. I had to work hard for a living, and I was doing my thing, you know. So years later, I have my own channel, and she gets to thinking, you know, because, you know, I come out here in the open with my, you know, just I let people know that I've, in the past, I've had to fight an addiction, and I'm doing good now, and I'm doing really good because of this channel. Well, they're so scared. They're so scared they're going to get picked on in school because of that video. Things might have been mentioned in school, you know, with my daughter. So my daughter taunted my son, hey, remember that video that we shot? He said, yeah. She says, you need to be careful of what you do with your dad on YouTube because people might make fun of you. And that's what blew it. That's why my son and my daughter both don't want to get on YouTube because they got a little taste of what it can do. I thought it was a perfectly normal. She didn't cuss one time in it. She was very appropriate, but it was just the fact that she was using a helmet and something else. And I ain't gonna say what the something else was because it was really funny. I don't want to let the cat all the way out the bag, you know. But she was very mature with it, and I don't understand why she would want to fight it, you know. But that's just the way it is, you know. You get a strong case of the internet like that, with all those comments rolling on that video. People were laughing, people were cheering her on, but she's afraid that, you know, another thing is my daughter is a psychologist, you know, a therapist. You know, she can't prescribe medicine, she don't want to. She wants to get inside somebody's brain. Sometimes it makes me mad because she picks my brain, and I don't like it. And I know she's right sometimes. So she helps her family out too, but anyway, that's why, that's the tragedy of it all. I wanted to say one more thing before I get back to sorting all these boxes, getting down in the storage building. Junior Mullen, Brian Stewart, Junior Mullen has a problem with his inline 6 Ford motor. I forget what year it is. I want to say a 97 model, but I think it's got fuel injection on it, and he can't get it to run, and he's already replaced the pump on it, and it's got, I want to know if, Brian Stewart, you want me to give him your number, or have him, or give him your number, one of the two, so y'all can help each other. They're both, that's Heaven's dad. Heaven's dad needs his fixed truck. He needs to have his truck fixed, huh? Huh, Heaven? Say, Dad's truck's broke. Come on, Brian Stewart. Heaven's dad needs his that 4-year-old little girl's dad needs some help. There you go, Brian. I hope you're watching, buddy. Let me know if you need his number, because he can't get his truck running. He needs it. He needs it running so he can go ahead and trade it for something else. Anyway, y'all probably strike up a good conversation and have loads of fun fixing his truck, because Brian Stewart, out of anybody I know, he'll call somebody and have them fix something over the phone, and he's actually told me a couple of people have sent him money just by helping him fix something helping them fix something over the phone that no one could do. They sent him money. That's a pretty good outstanding guy there. Sometimes we'll talk for hours. That's the way Brian Stewart is. We like to talk, So I know he can get it done. He's an analyst, man. He'll analyze the heck out of everything that you tell him, and he'll try to help you out. And I think that y'all two would be good for each other, and you could help each other out. And y'all got a little bit of the same twang. You're from up north. You call them car pots and starters. And come over here. I love y'all. Anyway, I got to get back to business over here and get my son to mow the rest of the lawn. He won't let me show him mowing the lawn. Oh, man. He's afraid of everything. So is my daughter. I wish somebody would change their mind. She could embrace my channel and maybe she's afraid of me messing up. But hey, that's about the real. But she don't want it involved in her personal. She don't want it being accessible to people, knowing that that's her dad. And I thought she might want to embrace it, because she's actually, I know I'm babbling on, some guy sent me a lighter, gave her a lighter and some keys, and he don't even watch my channel, but because she helps him with his group therapy for to talk about things that are in your head, and I've had to go through a lot of those whenever I was younger, going to boys' homes. Unfortunately, they picked my brain. They told me I was fine, and told my parents he's doing just fine. And then my parents would get mad at me and say, "How did you con those people into thinking that that you don't have a problem?" I go, "Well, I'm hyperactive. That's about it. That's what they told me, Mom. But all the rest, it was a confusing thing I don't want to go into." So I know what it's like to, anyway, talk to a counselor. Lots of them, believe me. And most of the time it goes to something to the tone of, "And how does that make you feel?" Okay. And okay. And they just get you to talking about your feelings. That's all there is. You could do the same thing with a stuffed animal, believe it or not. One of them taught me that. Say, if you need to talk to somebody and I ain't here for you, just pull your stuffed animal out and talk to him and yell at it and tell him how you feel. And I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah. If you got anger built up, you need to turn it loose and let it go." And I'm babbling on again, ain't I? I just love this channel, man. There's some people that watch me for the vlog, and then there's some people that watch me that when I fix stuff or want to paint stuff. I've noticed that my videos get more hits if I'm doing something to a car. I'm sorry, I can't do something to the cars all the time. I gotta live my life. I'm not a paint and body shop. I want to give a thumbs up for Classic Ride Society, man. That dude's been going all over around here, man. He lives in the same area that I do, and he sometimes leaves comments on my channel, and I like him a lot. And I want him to help me find a rear end to go in my truck, something that's a little not less low gear rear end to go in my truck. And I've got online and I've looked at a lot of comments, and I've seen people put 5-speed transmissions in my truck before, you know, and leave the rear end the same, and they're not satisfied with it, and they said they was better satisfied. They had a regular 4-speed transmission with a linkage on the side of the transmission, and then they had a different geared rear end, and they loved that more than the 5-speed overdrive with the original rear end. So I was wanting Classic Ride Society to help me, maybe, if you know, dude, help me find a rear end for my truck. Maybe I'll just comment on your channel, say I need to find a rear end for my truck. I know he's walked past one, all of his videos. He's into everything. He's amazing. I wish I had my license so I could kind of like follow in his footsteps, but that's coming soon. That's got to happen, because I'm not going to be in prison over here in my house and can't drive nowheres, and I'm not taking buses. Man, I'm telling you, you come across some crazy people on a bus, man, stinking, farting, picking their noses, spitting on the floor of the bus, wearing their pants down around their butt, and then watching them argue with the bus drivers, and there's a sign up there that says, "Must pull your pants up or get off." There's actually a sign on the city buses that says, "No slackers. Pull your pants up," or they'll tell. There's a sign that tells you if you come in here with, basically it says in nice words, if you got some saggy britches, you're gonna have to pull them up or get the hell off the bus. I can't understand that, man. Why people want to wear their, I guess to each their own, man. They think they're cool, got their underwear showing. My wife, I have to contain her in the stores, because she'll go up there and tell them my kids are around. Will you please pull your pants up? She's gotten me in a couple of, I've had to back her, you know, and I don't like conflict. I try to steer clear from it, man. I'll take the kids and walk them the other way, man. She'll get right in the middle of them, man. I'm not going nowhere. I'm standing in this grocery line, and I'm going to tell him in front of me to pull his pants up. And she'll get loud like that. I guess the only reason why my wife has stuck with me all these years, you know, everybody says she's a good woman. Let me tell you something. That woman had to be mean to tame me. And me dragging her down the roads that I drug her down, she had to be mean and really scream at me when I was doing wrong, and got me to acting right, you know. You know, she's got to be the alpha. She had to be the alpha in the relationship to keep me at a low boil instead of a high rev. And a lot of people say my hyperactivity, they think when I'm in public, they think that because I'm so hyperactive, they think that I'm on something. That's not the case, man. If I was on something, I'd be quiet. Wouldn't say 2 words to you, and I'd be busy doing something, fixing something. Anyway, I'll see y'all later, man. Livster out.